Good morning and welcome to First Local Mornings for Wednesday, January the 13th.
Hump day, buddy.
Yes, we are halfway through this week.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Good day, good day.
Good day. It's a nice day, too.
Yes, yeah, nice day outside. A little bit better, a little easier to walk this morning. Yesterday was a little icy.
No slippage today?
Yeah, no, today was easy. I could actually walk like a human being and not like a
good.
penguin.
Yeah.
So it was nice. I always love those days.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Thank our sponsors.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm Chris. That's Colette.
Yeah.
We'll get to all the craziness that is now going on all over the place.
Oh my goodness,
we've got all kinds of restrictions. We've got all kinds of interesting stories today.
Yeah.
Someone getting rescued from coffee grinds.
Oh my God, what a great story. I have that one for you from Wawa.
So when I say this, we got some very interesting stories today. Some of them are important, and other ones are just things that make you go, wow.
Things that make you go,
Things that make you go,
that song?
Exactly.
By
CNC Music Factory.
Yes.
Yes.
CNC.
Very first cassette tape I got.
I had that one too.
Yep, cassette tape I said.
At least you didn't say an 8-track.
Funny enough, my parents did have an 8-track player when I was a kid.
Yeah, so did we, for sure.
Yeah. Good times. Back in the old days when you had to listen to like one of 4 different parts on an 8-track and you couldn't go forward or backward in any song.
Heaven forbid you wanted to hear it again.
Yeah. You gotta wait 4 songs to hear the same song again. Good times. Miss that old nostalgic technology. Okay, sponsors now. Here on Catholic Superior District School Board is one of our sponsors right now, and they want you to know that you need to register your little kitty for kindergarten this coming September. You can go to our site and click through on the one of the banner ads on our site for that, or you can go directly to their website, click on registration. You can also register your kids for other grades as well. Let's say have a kid moving in with you or whatever, or you can go and register them for all the other grades.
Yeah.
Grade 1 all the way up to grade 12.
Although there's not much regional shuffling these days for kids to people to move into the city. But again, what a teaser.
Yes. Yeah.
What a teaser.
Yeah. Thank you to Casey Security for your sponsorship as well.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
More importantly, now more than ever, Algoma Marketplace. Support your local businesses. You can go there. There's food and other retail products and so on. There's a lot of different things on there. Yeah. So make sure you go and support local. You could sponsor them too. Support our local merchants because obviously a lot of the restrictions that are coming in are going to hurt small businesses the most, particularly local small businesses. And they obviously are having a harder time riding out this COVID-19, not only through the first wave and all the way through till now, but now we're about to enter a second lockdown with further restrictions. At least they're going to be still allowed to do the takeout.
That's right. So support local for sure.
Like that.
Gives you that opportunity.
Yes.
And we've got a press conference today. That's right. Ford is back at 1 o'clock with me. And do you want to come back on with me at 1 o'clock?
I'll come on at 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Yep.
So join us at 1 o'clock today. Teaser. I'm sure you're all planning your day around our 1 o'clock press conference.
Yes, all planning your day around because I'm going to be there. Like yesterday.
It's got nothing to do with you.
And that'll be about the vaccination plan going forward.
Okay.
So they're giving an update on that, which is important because yesterday Ford was talking about it and said that, we probably won't have all the vaccinations done until at least September, which is a month we have not heard yet when they say vaccinations. We have heard before late spring, early summer. I have not seen a politician say the fall yet. And by the way, as everyone knows, when a politician says something, add more time or expect it to never happen.
I was just going to say, wait a minute, add more time. I thought you were going to go with it's not going to happen.
Exactly. If a politician gets up and says something, whether it's an election or like yesterday, Doug Ford, they're giving best case scenario so they can then modify it in a little bit. This is exactly why they said, for example, there's only going to be a 14-day lockdown in Northern Ontario instead of 28 days. They fully intended 28 days. They just said 14 to make you feel better. Everybody knew we were going to go into another 14 days.
Well, thank you for making us feel better. Let's move on to, there was a fire on 2nd Line
I'm done with
West.
my cynicalness for a couple minutes.
No, I'm cutting him off. He's
Go for it.
Snipe that mic. A fire broke out behind a shed on the 500 block.
This is the first fire ever?
2nd Line West. It is, it's the first one for today. It's the first one for today. It broke up around 7 p.m. last night. Upon arrival, Sioux Fire Services Pumper 2 was seen attending to smoke from behind a shed structure. The situation was quickly brought under control while multiple police units showed up on scene. According to Lincoln, who is the communications manager for Sioux Police Services, he released this information yesterday, saying that fire services are investigating and working to secure the area. Sioux Fire Services were on the scene for about an hour, so they were quite busy with that one yesterday. Be careful, please.
How does snow catch on fire? Like outdoors behind a shed, it's snow.
Well, burning garbage.
You would think the
perhaps?
snow would put it out.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And
I don't know much about fire. We have a new firefighter, and we'll talk about that at the end of the show.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
So we have congratulations to a new firefighter coming up.
Yeah. Okay, let's get on to this, this emergency act.
So emergencies. This is the second provincial emergency.
Yeah.
This is under what's called the Emergency Management and Civil Protection Act. So this is what is going to be happening.
Okay.
And here is Doug Ford, and we're going to let Doug Ford talk about it for a sec, and then we'll come back and we'll tell you a little bit more.
Well, good afternoon. Effective immediately, Ontario is declaring a state of emergency. We expect this to remain in place for at least 28 days. Further, I'm issuing a stay-at-home order effective Thursday at 12:01 a.m. Under this order, everyone must stay home and only go out for essential trips to pick up groceries or go to medical appointments. Based on the advice from the Chief Medical Officer of Health, schools in Windsor, Essex, Peel, Toronto, York, and Hamilton will remain closed for in-person learning until February the 10th. By January 20th, the Chief Medical Officer of Health will provide recommendations for the remaining regions. As I've said from the beginning, when it comes to our children, I will not take any unnecessary risks. Folks, there will be soon some really dark days ahead, some turbulent waters, but we will get through this. The Ontario spirit has lifted us through worse. The people of Ontario have battled through worse. I know this time will be no different. No more than ever, I need you to do your part. Stay home, save lives, protect our healthcare system.
Well, thank you, Ford.
Yeah, that was Premier Doug Ford.
You had a lot to say yesterday.
Yes. So, basically, when you go to sleep tonight, when you wake up tomorrow, this is what's going to be going on. You're supposed to stay at home except for essential purposes. That would be like going to the grocery store, the pharmacy, healthcare services,
delivering the
exercise, essential work such as doing the news or on the radio. Also, there will be restrictions on limiting people's mobility and reducing the number of contacts outside your immediate household. You are not to have any groups over 5 outside. Okay, so this is the reason why. We're at about 400 ICU beds now. They're projecting that we could be at 1,000 by early February, and deaths could be anywhere from 50 to 100 a day by the end of February. The current restrictions have not worked, that is what they're saying, so they're putting in more. So the most important things to remember here is no organized outdoor public gatherings or social gatherings over 5 people. You're asked to wear a mask or face covering in indoor areas of businesses and organizations that are open. Also wear a mask outdoors when you can't physically distance by more than 2 meters. Also non-essential retail stores like hardware stores, alcohol retailers. Why do I say alcohol retailers? It's essentially the LCB on the beer store.
Well,
okay. Moving along. And anything offering curbside pickup to delivery is allowed to stay open. Well, let me rephrase that. They're allowed to stay open under certain circumstances. They can open at 7 a.m. and close at 8 p.m. So you can still go to the hardware store. You just can't go inside is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
And they can do curbside and they can still do delivery. Now, the restricted hours don't apply to places that primarily sell food or a pharmacy, like, for example,
so your
Rexall,
Max
Shoppers,
or your
Drug
Circle
Mart.
K's, yeah.
Gas stations stay open, obviously, because, I mean, how do essential people get around without gas?
Yeah.
Convenience stores are allowed to stay open, and restaurants can, but only take out and delivery, just like hardware stores and alcohol retailers and so on. Non-essential construction is further restricted, including below-grade construction. Now, this is something I was talking about with Craig a bit earlier. How do you define non-essential construction? For example, let's say you're having a house built. You're in your other house right now, but you've sold that house and you're moving. Exactly. And is house building still considered essential, or is that non-essential? Because I can only imagine the craziness that would go on when you have people that can't move out of one house here, and this person's supposed to move into this house, and this person built this house over here, and they can't move. And
Yeah, for sure.
As someone who's
I know
moving
there's-
Friday, what if I was building a place where I'm going?
Yeah.
And they had to stop construction.
Yeah, but we got to move on with other news. Chris, I
Moving
know
on.
we could talk about this for a while, but when we come back at 1 o'clock, maybe we'll dive more into that,
Yep.
the precautions and what you need to do. Okay, going over
Ice
to
huts.
COVID. I'm going to go over to ice huts for a second.
Yes.
I know we got a polar vortex to talk about, but there were some ice hut rule changes by the OPP Algoma wants to let you know that there are changes due to COVID
This
and alcohol.
lockdown,
So
yeah.
this lockdown. So basically, first of all, there are no drinking. There's no drinking allowed or over drinking and getting ticketed. So over 5 people at an ice hut, and including people from different residences, is illegal when you're in an ice hut. Some laws during the lockdown are as follows: all reservations for temporary accommodations have to be made before December 26th. So if you haven't made your accommodation reservations, you are not ice fishing this year. Those staying in an ice hut, whether rented or not, must be from the same residence. There is an exception there that if someone is joining you in the ice hut who lives alone, they are able to be in that ice hut with you. And just further to your point, we did receive an email from the school board yesterday indicating that grades 1 through 3 now have to wear face masks. That was not the rule before yesterday. So if you have a little kitty who is going to school, they have to wear their mask if they're in grade 1, 2, or 3. I just wanted to add that.
Sure.
Okay, what else we got?
COVID numbers are actually dropping on both the Algoma District and Chippewa.
Woohoo!
Also, Algoma Public Health has finally started putting out how many people are in the hospital because of COVID-19 in the
Yeah.
Algoma District. Something I've been asking for like 10 months.
Okay.
Thank you for finally accommodating the public who have asked you repetitively for how many people are in the hospital.
Yeah.
So you now go to Algoma Public Health and find that out. The reason we didn't have any announcement from Algoma Public Health yesterday or the day before is there's no new cases.
That's great.
And our case count has dropped. I believe it's in the low 40s now. It was, I believe, around 60.
That's great.
And on the American side, the numbers are dropping in Chippewa as well. They had 42 new cases between the 9th to the 12th, and they had 99 new recoveries, which means they now only have 123 active cases. That's down from almost 220 about a week ago.
Okay, cool. Well, what about
So
Craig?
things are going on the right direction on both the Chippewa and the Algoma side.
Sorry, cut you off.
Go on.
Craig, we were going to talk
Weather,
about the
Craig.
polar vortex, but
Yes.
but we figured we would leave that big reveal to you,
Okay,
perhaps.
well,
You get to deliver that
it
news.
is going to affect our weather next week.
Okay.
It's not going to be as cold as it has been in the last few years with
Okay.
the polar vortex.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely
It's a
coming.
nice morning today.
It's a nice morning
Yeah.
today. It's going to be a nice morning tomorrow.
Excellent news.
Friday's a little questionable, and the weekend's a little questionable
great.
at this point. But
While Chris tries
yeah,
to-
well, I mean, we're going to drop.
Of
to
course,
about-
it's going to be questionable. I'm moving.
that's what happens.
All right.
Yeah, it does.
Today, you wake up
Hey.
in mid-January and it's still +1 when you wake up.
Yeah.
And that's how it was today. Looking at our weather shot, it's deja vu from yesterday. It's gray, it's mild, it's calm before the storm coming. I'll give you those details coming up.
I don't miss Miami at all when I
break.
look at that photo.
Loss is something that never leaves you. Donate $45 today to help victims of impaired driving. A message from Mad Canada.
We are at war with a virus, and healthcare troops and first responders are on the front line fighting it every day. Let's join the fight by staying home. Staying home is not a retreat. It's the most brave and aggressive weapon we have against this enemy. Because when we do stay at home, we help prevent overwhelming our hospitals while buying time for our scientists to find the vaccine. And that is how we beat it.
Do your part to help stop the spread of COVID-19. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Cough into your elbow, not into your hand or in the air. Avoid touching your face, eyes, and mouth. Keep your distance from people. Stay at least 6 feet away from others. If you're feeling sick, please Just stay home. Do the 5 and keep others alive. Help stop the spread of COVID-19.
Let's see. So, kidney is a... These are my grandpa's kidney stones. They're very precious. Kidney is a bone in your back that helps you turn. I don't know, to be honest.
They don't know kidneys are vital, do you? Get the facts at kidney.ca.
Welcome back. It is Wednesday, Hump Day, January the 14th, all day today. And you are with Chris and Colette. Thank you to Casey Security for your sponsorship, as well as many thanks to the Superior Huron Catholic District School Board, which I just made that mistake again.
Huron Catholic Superior Catholic
District. Isn't it Huron Superior Catholic? Thank you. Register your children. We're just kidding. Go to SiouxOnline.com, click on their banner, and register your children today. Okay, today is a special day, other than you getting to sit beside me all day at 1 o'clock.
Oh, that's not the special part?
Well, it's quite special.
Okay.
But today, we would like to say happy birthday to a very special Sault Ste. Marie resident who turns 100 years old today. And her name is Margaret Braille, B-R-I-E-L. I apologize if I'm not saying that correctly. She was born on January the 13th, 1921 in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Her parents immigrated from Italy. She is the oldest of 5 children. Marge married Albert, her husband, in 1939 and celebrated 50 years of love and marriage. But that was just before the love of her life was taken by cancer in 1990. And Marge continues to miss Ab every single day. Her family want everybody to know that everybody loves Nana for all the family gatherings and her homemade gnocchi on once a week. Marge was also an avid bowler. She had a polka dot bowling ball. That's amazing. And she was the first female bowler to score a perfect 300 game at the Roxy Bowling Lanes. That's awesome. I remember when I used to go away with my dad and he would bowl and get 3 strikes in a row. He'd get some turkey that pop up. Marge has 2 children, 6 grandchildren, 10 great-grandchildren, and 1 great-great-grandchild. I would love to be that great-great-grandchild. I would love to have that great-great. Anyways, happy birthday, and she's getting some commemorative certificates today from the Pope, the Prime Minister, and the Mayor. Wow. So from everyone here at Sioux Online and on TV, happy birthday, happy 100th birthday, congratulations, and we wish you a lot of love, and celebrate today as best you can with these guidelines. Now, before we throw over to Facebook, we do have a super viewer, I'm going to call Nicole Winchester.
Top fan,
now, Nicole does not know that we're doing this, but I hope Nicole's okay with this. I saw a post yesterday from Nicole that I needed to share with everybody today, and it says, my child is clearly bored or maybe just expressing her creativity, as she posted this picture, which you will see on her screen. I thought this was so funny. Way to go. I think
the entire production room is laughing right now.
Yeah, everybody is laughing.
They're all laughing in our ear.
Look at the smile.
Awesome,
I just think that is so cute. So congratulations on the creativity.
Toilet smoking a cigar.
And I hope that had something to do with her art class, as I'm sure it did. No, actually, Nicole was trying to register her child for school. So, yeah, we get where the boredom's coming from. But I thought that was so creative. Right?
That so makes me want to have a cigar right now.
Well, what else is going on?
And I can't go over to the Michigan side of the cigar bar over there.
No, you cannot.
I'm so upset about that.
Oh, by the way, the borders will be closed till February 21st too, by the way.
Oh yeah, the border's going to be kept closed. We should mention that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Facebook shoutouts. Good morning to Dan, Nicole, obviously, who's
hey,
toilet
Nicole.
we just saw. Tammy, Destiny, Randy, Evelyn, Allie and Ron said, I knew it was all BS. He's referring to the 14-day extension, another 14-day?
Yeah.
Yes, I think everyone knew that. Also, Ineki, where? And
poor Ineki.
And Nicole just said, what?
Sorry, Nicole, I should give you that heads up.
OMG. She liked seeing her toilet on the TV.
Oh, I had to post that. It was so cute. Okay.
So now we're going to go to weather with Craig. I can guarantee you Friday, because I'm moving, it will be a blizzard. Guaranteed, but he'll tell you about the other days. Here we go.
Thanks very much, guys. Well, another fairly quiet day today. We have a little bit of drizzle, a little bit of flurry activity, but really it's not going to amount to much. Temperatures at +1. We're going to stay there pretty much all day long, right into the evening. And again, mainly cloudy conditions with a few light flurries can be expected, nothing major. For overnight lows, again, we're well above seasonal at -2, -3 in Elliott Lake, -5 in Sudbury. Taking a look at the satellite shot, we are watching this system here. This is an Alberta clipper. That's expected to come in for sometime Friday. For tomorrow, we're going to see a little bit of, from this trough here, we could see a little bit of, again, light drizzle, light flurries, nothing that's going to accumulate. This will accumulate. We'll take a look at the surface map. We'll show you exactly what's going on. This is Friday evening. This is the low pressure system. This is the clipper. Could start off with a little bit of rain, a little bit of freezing drizzle, and then we're going to see some snow. Right now the call is 6 to 10 centimeters of wet snow. So once that compacts, it'll be about closer to the 4 or 5 centimeter range. This is your forecast for the next 3 days. For today, not bad. For tomorrow, not bad as well, because we're just going to see some cloud. Temperatures pretty much the same at +1 for Friday for most of the day as we start to see that system work its way in. And then for Saturday, again, temperatures holding steady. We're not going to see that cold air come down until sometime, maybe Sunday, maybe even Monday now. Weather for right now, I will have your 7-day forecast coming up at the end of the show. Chris and Colette are back after this break.
Traveling in Canada is unmatched.
It's such a lovely, safe energy that you don't necessarily get in other places in the world.
Yeah, Karine, c'est ça chez nous. Aïe, 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 aïe.
You can get a taste, a feel, a sound for the rest of the world within our borders.
You can see the Northern Lights on TV or in pictures, but it just doesn't do it justice.
There's nothing like Canada in the winter.
What would you give for a child you loved to make their wish come true? To help them fight a critical illness? Just imagine what you'd do. Every single one of us can make the stars align, because when we come together, hope and joy will shine.
Welcome back. It's Wednesday, January the 13th, not the 14th, as I indicated earlier. You're with Chris and Colette. Thank you to Casey Security.
But you're right for 2022.
You know what? Thank you for having a positive outlook.
Yes.
What a support.
Just trying to build your self-esteem up.
Thank you, Dolly. Welcome. Thank you to Huron Superior Catholic District School Board for your sponsorship, as well as to Casey's Security. Diving into sports, we're just going to highlight some Lake Superior State stuff, and then we're going to go back into news because we've got some more that we didn't get to. Men's basketball, men's ice hockey, they play on the 15th. Women's basketball and men's basketball and ice hockey are on the 16th, and the women are going to be shooting some hoops on the 17th. So catch those out. They are virtual. You can watch your favorite team online. As I mentioned earlier, we have the ice hut, just the regulations around COVID-19. But an interesting story came in yesterday. We just posted it to SiouxOnline.com this morning. But the East Algoma OPP is reminding everybody just be careful. Not just the East OPP, I think anybody that's snowmobiling should be careful. So near Wawa, they found there was a man missing who went out on a snowmobile. And I'm just pulling up the story to get the actual facts and not just talk. Anyways, he went missing, and they searched for him. They looked for him. In the morning of that was on January the 8th. On the morning of January 9th, an aerial search of the area was conducted utilizing local resources, and officers observed a single snowmobile track going off the frozen lake surface onto a vast expanse of the water, or the open water. While searching the area, the officers noticed a set of tracks and a helmet on the ice over a kilometer away where the sled initially went into the open water. While they were following the tracks, they noticed an SOS, please, in coffee grinds. The guy wrote SOS. Anyways, out he walks. He was right there on some land, and they went and picked him up, took him to the hospital, and he's A-okay. So what a good news.
I'm not really into snowmobiling.
I'm not into
But I didn't realize people
snow in
took coffee grinds with them when they went snowmobiling. Seems like a weird thing to bring with you.
There was a hut nearby, and he took things out of it.
Oh, that's what he did.
Coffee
Okay,
grounds in his
gotcha.
back pocket. Anyway, we'll be right back with Chris and Colette coming right after this commercial break.
20 years ago, a little friend of ours got a lot of attention from Canadians. The idea of a tiny hippo that could actually be living in our homes got us talking about how easy it is to be fooled by what we see. Today, the internet is full of things that look just as real. In our digital world, we need to think smarter and double-check before we believe anything we see. Find out how at breakthefake.ca.
What would you give for a child you loved to make their wish come true? To help them fight a critical illness? Just imagine what you'd do. Every single one of us can make the stars align, because when we come together, hope and joy will shine.
And welcome back to First...
Try that one more time.
Welcome to First Local Mornings on January the 13th. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Thank you to the Huron Superior Catholic District School Board. Make sure you go and register your kids for kindergarten. Also, thank you to KC Security, Algoma Marketplace. And now we're going to be talking with
our polar
the one
vortex.
and only Polar Vortex, Craig.
Explain it.
So, a polar vortex is a very large, low-pressure system, very cold in the upper atmosphere that spins around the Arctic.
Okay.
Sounds like a hurricane.
It basically is.
Okay.
Except it's very cold. It doesn't
Great.
have the heat of a hurricane. Sometimes it will weaken, and then a chunk of cold air will leave it, and that's what's coming down this weekend.
All right.
Thank you for letting us know that it's cold air coming from the Arctic.
Well, I needed
Well, strangely enough,
Oh, you
the
can get
reason
hotter?
why it's coming is because it's warmer in the Arctic. It's warming the in the middle atmosphere. It's very warm,
Okay.
which is very odd, and
I was gonna say,
it's loosening up that cold air, and that's why it's coming
Awesome.
down.
Thanks.
So we'll take a
go
look
to
at
the
the
Arctic
7-day. We'll show
North
you.
Pole and get warm.
Yeah.
We'll show exactly. We'll show you
Santa's happy.
where it's coming. We can see next week the temperatures are cooling off quite a bit. I don't know about the last day there, minus 3. I think we're going to revise that because I think it's going to get a little colder.
Then minus 13.
Oh man, this is hilarious.
Oh,
I'm
my
moving out
God.
here on Friday.
Oh, Wednesday,
My
yeah.
stuff's getting delivered on Tuesday.
There you go.
There you
Look
go.
at that.
There you
Look
go.
at that. Snow on both days.
That's what happens
You're
when you
welcome,
move.
everyone.
I can't handle those minus temperatures. I can't. Okay, we've got some more social media
Oh
updates
yes.
since we posted that
yes. Nicole,
smoking toilet.
the smoking toilet. Nicole said, "What? Haha! OMG!" Kathy responded, "That's awesome." Nicole said, "Thank you guys." She's smiling from ear to ear when I showed her my screen. That's her daughter who did the toilet.
Nice.
And then Nicole says, "Thanks to Kathy for that's awesome."
That's good. That's good. That's good. Well,
glad we put a smile on some people's faces this morning.
Nicole's always watching us, so we wanted to share that, and it put a smile on my face yesterday. So the Sioux Fire Services is welcoming a new firefighter.
Yes.
Announced yesterday morning, or this morning, I apologize. Marcus, oh my goodness, I think I might shank this one. Policio, Policicchio. He joins the service as a recruit. Chief Peter Johnson delivered his helmet this morning near the beginning of his shift. So good
playing
luck.
Wheel of Fortune here or something? They give him the letters out?
Ding,
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 ding.
There was a lot of vowels in that one.
Yes. Could I buy an O?
There's 3.
There's
actually.
3.
Anyways, congratulations to Marcus.
Yes, congratulations.
And thanks for keeping our city safe. And what else do you have to wrap up for this morning?
They're going to lay out the parameters. Basically today, the stay-at-home orders. They talked about it yesterday about using bylaw officers and police officers to enforce it, but they didn't give any details on how that's actually going to work.
Okay.
The Ontario government's supposed to release the framework for that today.
Okay.
Also, we'll be back with Doug Ford at 1 p.m. He's going to be joined, mainly the important person at this one is with General Rick Hellier, who's our head of our vaccination task force, and they're giving an update on the vaccination plans.
Awesome sauce.
Come back at 1 for that. I'm Chris Oldcorn. Thank you for watching, and I'm with
Colette Linden.
Great Kirby.
Have a good morning, guys.